Hey, what's up? Welcome to Degen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of the S&P 500, or the SPY, ticker symbol SPY, the ETF that tracks the S&P 500. And so on the day, December 13th, we hit a new high of $470.76. So that's great news. A lot of good things going on right now. However, there are a few things that I think could be cause for concern that we may be nearing a top. One of those things that you can see behind me are these three gaps, with the first one being going down to $441.33, followed by the next one down to $430.92, and the third being at a price of $423.50. So I do expect that these gaps will be filled eventually. I do think that could be happening sooner rather than later. And then so also I want to take a step back. This is looking at this on the daily time frame. If we look at it on the monthly time frame, there's something that I did that stands out to me as potentially very interesting. Basically just doing a Fibonacci retracement from the pandemic lows. So this is the month of March 2020, going up to just kind of this theoretical value of $477. Just approximate, just thinking about that as potentially a new high for the S&P. And then if we look at this, the lows for the month of October 2022 coincide approximately with the 50% retracement that is at $342.33, or let's just call it $343, because then that would coincide with the low for the month of October 2022 being $342.71. And so I find that to be pretty interesting for a couple reasons. One being that, well, hitting higher highs does seem very bullish. If we look at the RSI with those corresponding highs, we're actually forming lower highs with the RSI. And so when you form higher highs in price, lower highs in RSI, that represents bearish divergence. That suggests downside is likely. And then also just kind of a comparison with Bitcoin having formed these higher highs. If we look over at the Bitcoin chart, that's exactly what we saw during the last bull market. We saw new highs reached in April of 2021, and then we saw this pullback. Following that pullback, we saw new highs being hit in November of 2021. And with those higher highs, we also saw lower highs in the RSI, and so what followed was, bearish moves to the downside. So I do think that when looking at the SPY, we are approaching, if not are at, highs that we will not be seeing for some time. I do expect a pullback, possibly to the mid 300s, coming back to this level, the 50% retracement on the Fibonacci here. So I do find that compelling. I do think that we will be getting a rally going up into Christmas, a Santa Claus rally. And if we do hit a price of 477, I do think that could be a high, and that we could be expecting a pretty notable pullback. But what are your thoughts? Share them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.